YouTube, Activiz back with a brand new video. So we want to talk about hypertrophy in this video. Now, first things first, hypertrophy, what is it simplified? It's literally the process of muscle growth, which is achieved through you breaking down that muscle through resistance training. Now, there are also two types of hypertrophy, which is important to know as well. There's myofibrillar and sarcoplasmic. Now, what's the difference between those? Simplified, myofibrillar, you're building strength and muscle at the same time. With sarcoplasmic, you're just building muscle. So, there are pros and cons to both, absolutely. An obvious pro to myofibrillar hypertrophy is you're doing both at the same time with when it comes to strength building and gaining size, you're doing both at the same time. But the con there is it takes a little longer to build that size. So if you want to look more like, you can look aesthetic without building size. Let's just be fucking honest. But I mean, you're not gonna be like scrawny and aesthetic, but you can be aesthetic without looking like a bodybuilder. Is basically what I'm getting at. So if that's something you don't mind, then cool. I guess that con doesn't have to matter to you. But if you still want to build muscle fast, mind you, you're a beginner, you're gonna have beginner gains anyway. But if you still want to build muscle fast, if like that's a big deterrent for you, it's best for you to train both sarcoplasmic and myofibrillar, because sarcoplasmic, an obvious pro at that, you build muscle, you can build muscle fast. You won't be as you won't be as mobile and like you won't be as athletic as someone or trains for myofibrillar hypertrophy rather than just exclusively sarcoplasmic. Now, my advice, you do both. So how do you do it? Myofibrillar hypertrophy. So what this is, it's slow range of motion of low reps, about like 5 reps, slow range of motion, heavy weight with longer rest periods. I'm talking like 3 to 4 minute rest periods. Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, you're doing high reps, 6 to 12. You're doing high reps, 6 to 12 with moderate weight, short rest periods, and in high volumes with about 3 to 5 sets. This is typically what people do in the gym. This is typically the route that you're gonna go if you're just trying to build muscle and you don't really care about building strength. This is the route that you're gonna go, and this is the route that people typically go when they start working out and when they start training. This is where you're chasing the pump here. So I say train both. Now, why is that? Well, when you're starting off, you're a beginner, you're just getting in the gym, you want to at least go ahead and build up some size and gain some muscle. So that's when I recommend your first 6 months, you focus solely on sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Then when your body starts to change and you start to actually see some results from what you're doing in the gym, you'll see that by month 3, trust me. But it'll be even more defined by that 6 month. After that 6 month, switch over to myofibrillar hypertrophy for the remaining 6 months. So that way you're continuing to build size, but you're also building strength. You're still in your beginner gains phase, and you aren't going to throw anything off by doing this. You're still going to gain muscle, and then after that 6 month period, you can switch back to training for sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Cycle this around every 6 months. Cycle this around every 6 months for like the first 2 years. Then you can split it across 3 months each. So 3 months sarcoplasmic, 3 months myofibrillar, 3 months sarcoplasmic, 3 months myofibrillar, so on and so forth. Or this is also the period where you can choose which one you're going to exclusively go for. So if you want to exclusively focus on gaining more size and you don't really care about strength, you're comfortable with your strength level, you can lock in on sarcoplasmic from that point. And if you don't want to ignore strength building, then yeah, definitely myofibrillar. But with you being a beginner, like I said, first 6 months sarcoplasmic, so that way you're focusing on building muscle. That way you're focused on building muscle and you're getting that pump, because honestly, that pump feels good. It's validating. It makes you want to return to the gym. So that pump is honestly important. If for a skinny guy, like you, that pump is honestly important. So, like I said, beginners, 6 months, you start off. First 6 months, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Remaining 6 months, myofibrillar. Do that for the first 2 years, and then choose whichever one you want to stick to from there forward, or cycle them around a 3 month period of each one. I'm telling you, do it. Hit the thumbs up if this video helped you. Subscribe if you're new. I also offer coaching, and I have a course. First link in the description if that interests you. My course, it's specifically designed for beginners. I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to look like a bodybuilder after 12 weeks, but you will look in the mirror and see some results that you are happy with after 12 weeks. So if that's something that interests you, first link in the description. You can go ahead and sign. You can go ahead and get enrolled. I'll see y'all in the next video. Go do something positive for somebody out there. Deuces.